Hey, everybody. It's Heather here. 8:01 on Monday night. Hi, Ellen. And of course, Joey. Hi, Lily. How are you? Happy Monday. Happy Labor Day. Hi, Angie. Thank you guys for joining on this holiday. And Lindsay. I'm wearing my FSU shirt. And Joey, you can feel free to post the score if anything good happens. Thanks, Angie, I think it's a clap. I'm glad you're here too. Yeah, so my Noles are playing right now. They're playing Virginia Tech. It's Monday Night Football. I did not know that when I scheduled this Hash Out with Heather, but of course this is much more important. But I'm not going to lie, Joey, I really do want you to post the scores, and I can look down there. I might hear my son and him yelling in the other room. But I'm glad you're here. I know it's a holiday, so I appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day and your weekend to be here with me. And I want to start by, I didn't even tell Joey I was going to do this, but I had a little confession to make about me in these past couple of days, and it relates to negative self-talk and being aware of yourself and being aware of the emotions and the triggers inside of you. And I've been in a big funk the past couple of days, and I've been a real grump, in a rotten mood. And for several reasons. One, I was having major guilty mom syndrome for not spending enough time with my boys this weekend. And I've been tired. I think I'm trying to fight a cold. That could be an excuse, but I feel a little bit of that coming on. And I've not eaten the best. I didn't make great choices. And so that contributes to me having a food hangover, if you will, feeling brain fog and just really worn out. And I have not exercised since Friday, which is a big deal for me. I really do have a mental clarity when I move my body and exercise, like I'm sure many of you do. So I've been pretty shitty, honestly, the past couple of days. And guess who's gotten the brunt of it? That's right, Joey. You know, they're always our safe go-to people, right? I was a little bit hard on myself too. But, you know, I spent the last 24 hours with Dee Dee, and she didn't get any of it. I gave it to myself and I gave it to Joey. The reason I bring this up, first of all, I mean, nothing I could do could shake it. I don't know. It was awful. I mean, I was very aware that I was in a funk and that I did not feel good. And the reason I tell you this story and the points I want to make is, first, I knew that something was wrong with me. I knew it wasn't Joey. And even though he wasn't happy how I was treating him, I was able to say, this isn't you. I know I feel guilty about not being with my boys. I know I've not made the best choices with my eating, which makes me, like I said, have the brain fog and feel tired. So I'm acting like a bitch. I know I am, but it's not you. And in my previous relationship, it would have been 2 or 3 day, 4 day fight. It would have been a battle because it would have been me powering, him powering. So just being aware and being able to call it for what it was, even though I wasn't able to shake the grumpiness, there was a freedom in it wasn't him. I don't know how much freedom he felt, but it wasn't him. It was me. And I came home from meeting with Dee Dee. We were gone for 24 hours trying to work on some stuff with Hash Out with Heather. And I said to him, I am in a funk and I cannot shake it. And I decided to go for a quick run. And I don't run anymore. I haven't run. The only running I do is 2 minutes in our warm up at the studio. But I knew I needed to do something. I did not feel like going for a run at all. It was hot. I haven't run forever. My calves are sore. But I knew I had to do something. So I went out for maybe a 15-minute run. And it made a big difference. I mean, it wasn't like night and day, but I definitely felt some mental clarity in it. And, you know, and I was able to say I was sorry to him. But again, the point being that knowing how I was feeling wasn't personal to Joey. It was me, and knowing that it was guilt, and then saying to myself, don't beat myself up because I wasn't the best mom I wanted to be this weekend. What I said to myself was, you know what, you could have planned this weekend better. So next time we're going to do this. Next weekend I'm going to work on this. I'm going to plan time with my boys. before this, I would have been like, God, Heather, you suck as a mom. You just wasted this whole weekend. You could have been with, I would have totally beat myself up. So, even though I'm not happy with how I let this play out, the fact that I was aware of where it was coming from and I was kind to myself in talking about the solutions is why I think self-discovery, self-awareness is so big, and how it impacts not only you, but your relationships. So I think Joy would agree with me in this, but I'm in a much better mood now, honey. Although I need FSU to win. So that will make me in a much better mood. Anyway, okay, so enough of that. There's my confession. I want to recognize a couple of you, or a lot of you actually, have been so great in commenting. I know I recognized Shelby last week, and I want to recognize Tracy Presnell this week she's been traveling for work. I don't know if y'all have seen her post, but she got the book, or I got the book for her. She was one of the ones that comments. And she's posted a picture when she's on an airplane with her book, which I loved. And she's, it's hard when you travel. I mean, Ellen, I know you travel too. It's hard to stay in a routine when you're traveling. So I think it was you, Ellen, that traveled. But thank you, Tracy, for participating, for committing to yourself, for being disciplined. And even when it's hard to have a routine. So something coming your way. So hang tight for that. But thank you for commenting and sharing your experiences. Another thing I want to start with before we dive into the content, the guts, is I have an activity, a little challenge for you guys. I did this workshop, seminar, I guess. Dee Dee did it too, actually, and Christy did part of it as well, with a guy named Michael Burnoff. And very interesting, a lot of webinars, but something that he taught us to do, which has been huge for me, I want to tell you about it. It's a way to declutter our space and therefore our minds, because outer order contributes to inner calm, right? So he had us when we're doing something like this, and he said, I want you all right now to look around your house or your space, and what is something that's driving you crazy that you walk by every day, and you think about it, it stirs you up. You're like, God, I've got to clean off that desk. I've got to organize that drawer. I've got to do my closet. What is that for you? If you have a pen and paper, write it down. I have lots of places like this right now, but one of them was the pile of, when I get my bills and things to do, I let them pile up on the side of my kitchen counter, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it causes me more stress and more stress and more stress. And I hate to do paperwork and bills, first of all, but I just keep letting it build. And I heard him in my head week before last, and I said, that's it. I'm sitting down and I open it up, I organize it. It took me 15 minutes to organize it. I didn't pay all the bills at that point, but I opened up all the envelopes, I put them in piles, file, bills, to do. That alone cleared my mind. I started to do the activity, I started to pay the bills the next day, but just that alone, I can't tell you what space it freed up in my head. So, and it may be, how about when you pull out your makeup drawer and it's a disaster? If any of y'all, if that bothers you, give me some kind of heart or a thumbs up. Or you walk by your pantry. Like, my pantry drives me nuts too. I know, Joey, I know you're totally laughing at me right now because he knows how much